the outset, Mr. Chairman, I want to thank you for conducting the hearing today and for the way that you have worked with us to bring together witnesses and follow up on the ARB recommendations. I greatly appreciate it. I want to ask you, gentlemen, something cuts in a bit of a different direction than the questions you've had thus far, and that is, I serve also on the Appropriations Subcommittee on State and Foreign Operations, and I have an opportunity to meet with a lot of Foreign Service officers, both here in Washington and around the world. Many of them have described to me what they consider the Benghazi Effect on their jobs, and by that they refer to such a heightened concern about security that many of them feel they cannot fulfill their mission anymore, that they are confined to a bunker, that they're not allowed to undertake things they think are necessary to their job responsibilities. And I think this sentiment was best expressed in June by Vice President of the American Foreign Service Association, Matthew Asada, who wrote, "Does our collective response to Benghazi threaten to make the Foreign Service less knowledgeable about the world, less effective on the ground, and ultimately less influential with the host country and the U.S. government itself?" That's a question that Ambassador Stevens might have asked. And I wonder if you could share your thoughts on it as we implement the recommendations of the ARB and of your panel. How do we make sure that we're not preventing our people from doing their job? We all acknowledge this is a dangerous thing, and as my colleague pointed out, our facilities have been attacked literally hundreds of times over the last couple of decades. It's happened in the past, it's going to happen again. We want to protect our people as best we can, but we want them to be effective. That's why they're there. If you each could share briefly your thoughts on, are we striking the right balance, or has the Benghazi effect meant that we are undermining the ability of our people to do their work?
Congressman, you are going to the heart of the question of risk management and how do we implement risk management. I would tell you that over many years, with the support of Congress, we've made great strides in building safer and secure facilities so that an attack on a facility that could hurt everybody in one attack, we've done great things in terms of protecting that. And I think if you look at the number of attacks against our facilities and how few have actually been successful, most have been driven off with casualties by our security personnel or others only. We've made great strides in that. But we can't lock people inside embassies. The whole point of diplomacy is to get out. And I think we need to understand, and a lot of the processes that we've been talking about are at our highest threat, highest risk posts. We've got the most security. And in many cases, it will be the most restrictive for our Foreign Service personnel. But we've got to have the security programs in place to get them outside of the wall as well. And that means protective security details, and it means armored vehicles, and it means working with the host country's security services. Every single day that we run motorcades outside of our embassy in Kabul, or in Iraq, or in Sana'a, or the ones that we ran in Tripoli, we were taking risks. But every single day we were judging what that risk was versus the need to get out, and making sure that we could balance those risks and that we were not running those motorcades or getting our people out for not very good reasons. They had to be very important reasons. In lower threat level posts, we're operating almost normally around the world. We have physical security at our posts, but our people get out every single day. That's the work of diplomacy. Talking with people, understanding the country, representing the United States, and bringing information back, and you don't do that without talking to people. So I think all the efforts that we've made in terms of recognizing what are our highest threat, highest risk posts, doing risk management and making sure that we're getting the people out when we can, but understanding that if too many people get injured, or it's too dangerous, we can't operate, or if we're negligent, or we're not taking the threat seriously enough, we won't be there either. We'll close that post if we get too many people killed or too many